because we have the floor and members are three. So you can see we are quite forward actually in removing the discrimination against the genders. But certain things I want to bring actually in the relative actually at this time, which I am observing. The gender studies actually is not devoted to remember everything. Gender studies is also actually explaining behavior of the population toward the children, toward the elderly people, and the caste-based discrimination, religion-based, language-based, color-based, all kinds of the discrimination is a part of the gender studies. So we have to be broad-minded. We have to think in the broader manner, actually, how we can remove, how we can overcome from such kind of the discrimination which are very common in the society. We are talking too much about the male and female. Now people are going red. In the when I was going our riders are told actually the girls students they were qualified for the IS this year from the Kashmir and from other places. I do not have the exact data, but the people are moving. But about the lowest step of the society, we have to think about the discrimination about the disabled people also. This is able to, they are also discriminated at various levels by their family members because their social status, their economic status are very poor. So they are thrown sometimes out of the houses actually. So gender studies is a broad spectrum subject which has to cover each and every part of the society. So this is the Cluster University has already taken steps actually by creating the Council of Experts in order to look about the discrimination against the women or any kind of the discrimination against the men also sometimes. They are also including discrimination. So any kind of discrimination we have already created that the Council is the coordinator of that cell. Cluster University last year in October, an academic council has already passed one courses on gender study, master program course on gender study. This step has been taken in the Jammu and Kashmir state for the first time. And so we are going to start this course in the Faculty of Social Sciences, or School of the Social Sciences. Cluster University Srinagar. Cluster University Srinagar has taken many other steps certain kinds of the professional and technical courses because till now we have the traditional courses of science and social sciences and humanities. So, but now Christian universities is committed to bring more technical and professional courses in this university so that really this university can develop at the state level and then at the level and at the international as a professional university. I hope my speakers, they have already spoken about the gender studies and now the other sessions will be there. And the definitions of these conference will be highly useful for the society and for the policy workers. So I congratulate all the participants and organizers again, actually. The rest who has participated in this program, and I successfully, I wish actually for successful this output actually, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Reverend sir, for your inspirational and informative speech. We're really proud to have Shri Rajiv Rai Bhatnagar, worthy advisor to UT Government of Jammu and Kashmir, as the chairperson for the inaugural ceremony. I would like to invite sir to the dais for the presidential address.
Good afternoon, everyone. Adab, Namaskar. Professor Kayum, Vice Chancellor, Cluster University. Professor Parvez Kaul, Director Schemes, Professor Ritu Gairola, Professor Vijayalakshmi Barua, Dr. Shabnam Ara, Professor Dr. Juhi Jan Kanti, respected and honored distinguished guests in the audience, faculty members, and dear students. Today, I am very happy to note that as part of the G20 events, this event has been organized by the Cluster University. As you know, the G20 presidency has given us a message of hope, harmony, peace, and stability. As the world's fifth largest economy, it is a privilege to be part of shaping the global agenda. It has been a matter of pride and motivation for all of us, for every Indian, to see India forging ahead and claiming its place in the world global order. Prime Minister Shri Modi has assured the world that the G20 deliberations are going to be inclusive, ambitious, decisive, and action-oriented. As we are aware, the world today is besieged with many problems. There are problems of food security, of energy security, and also the geopolitical events that have taken place are also a threat to world peace. One earth, one family, one future, Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam, is one of the themes of our G20 presidency. As we have seen, the G20 events have been held across the length and breadth of our country. It has been a citizen-centric approach, and also this has been used to project incredible India to the world. Recently, we had the G20 student working group meeting at Srinagar itself, which will give this area a huge presence and a vast boost to tourism. There are many issues that are being addressed in the G20 events as well as in the discussions, and including the head of states meeting. These relate to energy transition, shaping a green world, to get a life, an eco-friendly lifestyle, then bridging the divide, digital public goods, climate finance, funding green growth, food security, popularizing millets, democratizing global financial governments. So this is an event which has really focused our attention onto a lot of very critical problems. And one of the problems is being also addressed by this conference that we are having, and it is part of the SDGs that have been set out, as has already been mentioned by my previous speakers. If you were to look at the policies, the direction that the government of India and the government of J&K is taking, if we were to go by the concept that the Honorable PM, Shri Narendra Modi, has put forward, he says that he has moved the nation from a paradigm of women development to women-led development. It is a sea change in the approach of things. We have a series of flagship programs for financial, digital, and health inclusion. We are clear that without women power, a country cannot prosper. Nari Shakti, to achieve what we would like to be the Amrit Kal, the golden period of the history of our nation, from we have just celebrated 75 years of independence. We have set our goals that by the time we are a 100-year-old republic, we would be able to achieve our proper status in the world order. It is very, very important that cannot we pledge today to get rid of everything in our behavior, culture, and everyday life that humiliates and demeans women. It is something that we must pledge, and every waking moment in everything that we do, we must consider the Honorable Prime Minister's pledge that he has put forth before the nation. We all understand that sons and daughters have to be treated equally. We also need to understand that this process becomes right from our households. It comes right from our societies. And educators have to play a very prime role in this. We know that gender equality is not only a fundamental right, but it is a necessary foundation to a peaceful and developing society and a nation. We need to break the gender stereotypes. JK administration also, under the inspirational leadership of our Lieutenant Governor Shri Manoj Sinha ji, places women at the center of the growth and development and peace processes. With full respect and empowerment as equal partners in the development of our region and our country. I would not like to go into the academic discussions that took place on what really constitutes gender sensitivity and gender issues. That has been well addressed by the speakers before me. I would like to point out to you that what are the policies and the programs that have been implemented to put some of these concepts on the ground. You would see that India has made significant progress in promoting gender equality. Our gender inequality index has improved substantially. The improved general inequality comes after the government's commitment to promoting gender equality through inclusive growth, social protection, and gender-responsive development policies. The government has launched several major initiatives in the past few years aimed at reducing the gender gap and empowering women in all aspects of social, economic, and political life. Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao campaign, Mahila Shakti Kendra program for skilling and employment, Working Women Hostels initiative, scheme for adolescent girls for improving their social status through nutrition, life skills, home skills, and vocational training. So Kanya Samriddhi Yojana as an investment scheme for girls. Policy and programs have been made for maternal and child health, hygiene, nutrition. Also, you would appreciate that in the last few years, a lot of steps have been taken for women's safety in public places and also in workplaces. Domestic violence has also been addressed with a lot of helplines available to the victims of such violence to be able to approach and to be able to get the right kind of legal, social, psychological help that is required in such cases. So if we were to really look at it, it is our responsibility, the responsibility of each one of us, whatever roles we may be having in society, to address this very, very important aspect that leads to well-being, peace, growth, and development. I would also like to mention that the J&K government has helped 6,000 young women entrepreneurs selected at the panchayat level. They have been helped by skilling, by financing, by hand-holding, also through the state rural livelihoods mission, which aims to reduce poverty by building solid grassroots institutions for the poor. Approximately 60,000 self-help groups have been created, which are benefiting women folk across the length and breadth of J&K. The interesting and challenging aspect that we have always felt, and our Honorable Lieutenant Governor, our Honorable Prime Minister, and all of us do feel that the real potential of Nari Shakti is in the process of being unleashed. If you were to look at Kashmir University's convocation, which I had the privilege to attend, out of 94 gold medalists, 77% were girls. If you were to look at the Islamic University of Science and Technology, there also, even in professional institutions, most of the gold medalists were women. If you were to look at the most premier government recruitment examination that is conducted for the Indian civil servants, you would be happy to note that the first 4 positions this year were by women candidates. And out of the top 25, 14 were women. Overall, about 34% of candidates, successful candidates, were women. We would like this to go to 50% and even beyond. If we were to look at J&K also makes an interesting story. The just released JK Civil Services results show that women candidates have been successful. 36% of the successful candidates are women. Also, if you were to look at the top 20, then 9 are women. So, to say that women will be leaders of tomorrow is not really, they are the leaders of today. They are equal partners, equal leaders, and we have to acknowledge that, and we have to create the kind of enabling environment for our women, our girls to really progress and achieve their full potential and contribute to the society and to the nation. If we were to look at some of the encouragements that even nationally, the kind of status, the kind of recognition, the kind of highlighting the achievements of women in all fields of work are concerned, it is now a government policy and a strategy to do that in a well-planned manner. We know on Women's Day, the Honorable President awards the Nari Shakti Awards, and you'll be happy to note of the 29 Indian women who got this outstanding award in different fields, 2 are from Jammu and Kashmir. Recently, Jammu and Kashmir celebrated International Women's Day in a unique way. It organized a plantation program under the Ped Lagao Beti Ke Naam. 2 of the most pressing concerns have been addressed in this manner. One is the environment, and the other is the status, the importance of our betis. Also, to make things legally and otherwise also to increase the role of women. Today, women are recognized as the head of the household for issuing ration cards under the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, Pradhan Mantri Ujjwala Yojana, etc. Such reforms have increased the stature, the prestige of women folk, and also made it easier for them to be able to avail the different schemes that are there. In the end, I would like to congratulate the organizers of this conference and the Cluster University for organizing this event. In today's context, this is a very, very important, a very topical, a very relevant, and a very significant area which we all need to address. I am sure the conference will throw up some excellent ideas and also would enhance the knowledge of all our participants and especially our students and faculty. So all the best. Thank you so much. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Thank you, Honorable Advisor, for your illuminating speech. And sir apprised us about the policy initiatives taken by the government for the upliftment and empowerment of women. And this suggests the seriousness of current government for the women empowerment. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the souvenir ICGS 2023 release lined up. For that, I would like to call all the dignitaries to come forward for the release. And I also would like to call on stage Professor Vilayat Rizvi, Registrar, Cluster University, Srinagar, Dean Academic Affairs, Mushtaq Ahmed Lone Sahab, and also Professor Nazir Ahmed Kutte Sahab, Dean Social Sciences, Professor Rashid and Professor Inayat from the DSW to please come on the stage and participate in the release. Thank you. With these illuminating addresses, the stage is now set for the conference and the journey towards the exploration of the truth of gender disparity. And as Hegel will bear me out, the journey to truth is the truth itself. Let me now request my colleague, Professor Rashid Ashraf Malik from the Department of Computer Sciences, Women's College, Ame Road, Srinagar, to please come to the podium for delivering the formal vote of thanks.
Honorable guests, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. On behalf of the organizing committee and Cluster University, Srinagar, it's my privilege to propose a vote of thanks at the conclusion of this inaugural ceremony of the International Conference on Gender Sensitization, which is being organized by Cluster University, Srinagar. First and foremost, we express our heartfelt gratitude to the chief guest, Sri Rajiv Rai Bhatnagar, Advisor to Honorable Lieutenant Governor, Jammu and Kashmir, Chief Patron of this conference, Professor Qayyum Hussain, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Cluster University, Srinagar, our guest of honor, Dr. Parvez Kool, Director, Skills, Principal of the host institution, Professor Ruhi Chand Kant, for sharing their valuable knowledge, research, and experience with us during this session. We extend our sincere appreciation to our keynote speakers, Professor Vijay Lakshmi, Professor, Department of Sociology, Royal Global University, Guwahati, and Ritu Gairola, Associate Professor, Anthropology, University of Texas, USA, for their thought-provoking addresses that have set the tone for meaningful discussions throughout the conference. Your vision, expertise, and commitment to gender sensitization have been truly inspirational, and we are immensely grateful for your contribution. We'd also like to extend our gratitude to the esteemed guests, including Dr. Rashmi Singh, Commissioner of State, Texas Department, principals of various government degree colleges, deans, coordinators, and faculty members for taking out time from their busy schedule to grace this occasion. Our heartfelt thanks in anticipation go to the session keynote speakers, chairs, co-chairs, moderators, rapporteurs, and to all the authors, researchers, faculty, and students who traveled near and far and will present their research work during the course of 4 technical sessions. We're sure your research endeavors will contribute significantly to the body of knowledge on gender sensitization. We're indebted to the sponsors and supporters of this conference, particularly Jammu and Kashmir Bank and the Human Welfare Voluntary Organization, for their generous contributions, both financial and in kind. The sport has played a vital role in making this event a success and has enabled us to bring together a diverse group of experts and participants from across the globe. We would also like to express our gratitude to the organizing committee members, especially patrons, Professor Mushtaq Ahmed Lone Saab, Dean of Academic Affairs, Cluster University, Srinagar, Professor Khurshid Ahmed Mir, Controller of Examinations, Cluster University, Srinagar, Professor Vilayat Rizvi, Registrar, Cluster University, Professor Nazir Ahmed Kutte, Dean Social Sciences, and convener of the conference, Dr. Shabnam Ara, who is also the Dean Students Welfare Cluster University, Srinagar, and all committees like Protocol Committee, Transportation, Information Communication Committee, Registration, Documentation, subject experts, and reviewers. Your hard work, dedication, and attention to detail have been instrumental in making this event a resounding success. Last but not least, we extend our deepest appreciation to the host institution, that's Women's College, Amir Road, Srinagar, for their unwavering support and commitment, especially to the principal, Professor Ruhi Jan Kant, Protocol Committee of the college, the Department of Music, the technical team, student volunteers, NCC officers, and NCC cadets, NSS volunteers, sporting staff, who work tirelessly behind the scenes to ensure the smooth execution of this conference. I'd also like to thank Dr. Shahnawaz Muntazir for conducting the proceedings of the inaugural session. In conclusion, we feel inspired by the collective energy and commitment demonstrated here and are confident that the insights and collaborations formed during this conference will have a lasting impact on gender sensitization efforts globally. Thank you all once again for your presence, contributions, and unwavering commitment to gender equality. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Rashid. Ladies and gentlemen, now I request everyone to please rise for the national anthem. Thank you. I would request our on-stage dignitaries, as well as deans, worthy principals, and officials from J&K Bank to please proceed towards the recreational hall for the high tea. And I also request the faculty members, as well as program coordinators.